girl, Big Daddy Jen, and I'm back at it again with the video. I know it's been long overdue. I just want to give a quick shout out to all my friends, family, everybody that's been supporting me, encouraging me to go back. And I'm back, y'all. Just to jump right into it. It's been, what, a year and a half since I've recorded. Since then, so much has happened. Let me tell y'all the tea. My last video, what was I? I was trying to move out, and then I had caught COVID. During that time, I felt like that was God telling me, like, girl, you need to slow down. I decided to stay home. I revamped my old bedroom. Of course, I still want to move, but anyways, I was working at the bank at the time. It was a pretty good job. That was my first job with benefits, PTO, and I was in school. I was feeling myself. Wasn't really paying too much, but I was able to make do with what I have, and I was very grateful for that job. Definitely taught me a lot of gems. Then I graduated. Once I graduated, I was like, I'm taking flights. I was using up that PTO, burning up that PTO. I even had a little boo thing back then. I started traveling with him, traveling with my friends, just really getting to know myself throughout that season. As that was happening, I was still I was getting more involved with the church that I started going to, the church that I met through the passing of my friend. It's crazy, this week has actually made it 2 years since he passed away, and time just really goes by so fast. Yeah. During that time period when I lost him, I felt like I couldn't find nothing could comfort me during that time. I felt like everybody was trying to make me feel better, and there was nothing that could make me feel better. I was just kind of like, what's the meaning of life? Then lo and behold, during that whole season, that's when I connected with my pastor now, and it just brought me back to God. So I'm just forever grateful for my friend. I miss him dearly, and it's just crazy. Life is just crazy. Yeah, but yeah, since then I started traveling. I started really learning more about what it is to have a relationship with God versus the religion I grew up in. I always knew God. I always grew up in the church, but I feel like up until then I didn't really know what it is to have an individual relationship with God. I literally went on a spontaneous trip to Miami, came back, found out that baptism in 2 weeks. I felt like I was not ready. I didn't really understand what baptism. I kind of thought oh, I'm coming out the water and that's it. I'm done cursing, I'm done partying, I'm done this, all that. But no, it was just kind of this walk that I was already on, where I was kind of a little shaky, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It was kind of just explained to me baptism was that thing. Sorry, it's creaking up here. No, baptism was kind of that public Insta post that's I'm walking this walk with God. I know it's God the reason why I'm here today. It's God that's really keeping me going. It's God that's really pushing me to fulfill the purpose that he has for me on this earth. And I'm ever so grateful that I made that decision. But child, since then I feel like the enemy has been attacking me. Everything that I thought, I felt like I kind of had to unlearn everything about who I thought I was. From then, I'm kind of even debated if I should be in a relationship right now. But I really had love for the person I was with. So, and he was very supportive. So, I just kept going, trying to see what's up. After that, I was still working at the bank, just trying new places. I was outside. If Jennifer was outside before, this was a different type of outside. This was outside. You know. I was working, saving my money, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. It's post-grad now. Everybody's asking me, you gonna go get your master's? What are you gonna do? I kind of just felt like I needed to take that next step, and traveling was just that escape for me. It feels so good. I ended up going to Puerto Rico, I went to Miami, I went to Mexico, came back from Mexico. I had tickets to Rolling Loud with my girl. That was my first ever concert. It was jumping. Jumping. Oh my goodness. Just experiencing life. It was crazy. Oh, right before Rolling Loud, that's when I was I bought the tickets before I even put the dates in. for PTO. Only to realize I don't have no more PTO. I liked the bank job, but I knew it wasn't like, I knew that it wasn't my future. I knew like my career didn't stop there, and I was very comfortable in that position. So I took that sign as it's time to bounce. I bounced. I went to Rolling Loud that weekend. It was jumping. I had a great time. Came back, went through a season. I wasn't working. I felt like I had to, I wanted to work smarter. But once you realize that no money is coming in, you're kind of like, no, like something's not adding up. And you know, of course, Haitians, they looking at you like, oh, what you doing? So instead of like moving smarter and trying to take the time to figure out what I wanted to do, I started doing everything. Babysitting, DoorDash, Shipped, Instacart, you name it. I was just like trying to get money wherever I could. And I was just actually stressing myself out. Thankfully, I had the support of like my family, friends, my elders around me, just talking to God. I was just getting mentally discouraged during that time too, until I got this job in March, working from home. And I wasn't even looking for a remote job. I applied to so many jobs. It's so hard. Like, anybody going through a job search right now, like, it is so hard, because it's like you put in a piece of paper that tells you only a glimpse about you, and they come back and tell you that you're not qualified for positions that you know you are qualified for. But I just kept going. I kept going. I ended up getting a job working from home as a loan analyst. All in all, I feel like God gave me that job for a reason, because I was on this path where I was like, I'm not messing with my family. I'm not really digging the living at home still. I wasn't getting the freedom that I wanted. God was like, sit down. I ended up working this work from home job. They gave me the benefits. They was paying for my gym membership. They gave me more PTO. I went to Aruba for my birthday. The company culture was great. I got to learn a lot. I wanted to learn like how to do taxes and stuff. It just gave me a space to really like realize that the problems that I had weren't really that big. It just was more so like, what was I willing to do to find a solution to those problems? And also like, what was I willing to sacrifice to get to a better position? And what am I doing? What I'm doing right now, is it aligning with what God wants me to do? A lot of things was just starting to get revealed to me because I needed answers. Baby, I'm recording. I asked God to give me answers, and when he gave me the answers, like, people just started leaving my life, like relationships started ending. I was getting called on to take these new responsibilities, stuff that I never thought I would do, and I just didn't get it. Like, I promise you, I want to say from, maybe June to like maybe early October, I didn't get it. I had no idea what God wanted me to do, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this, like. And slowly but surely things started making sense. I'm just so grateful for being able to do with what I have. A lot happened, and I didn't get it. During that time period. I didn't feel like I was where God wanted me to be, but I also felt like I had the capacity to do more. I just had to get the energy to do it. But while I was doing it on my own strength, I kept falling. I wasn't as consistent. I just knew that there was things that I wanted to do for myself, and I just kept getting in my own head, overthinking situations, letting people's opinions validate my thoughts, like, and I don't want to be that person anymore. But I know I had to go through that to get to where I am today. And where I am today, I'm still figuring out. I'm by no means perfect. I do not got it together. I'm looking at my vision board right now. It's close to the end of the year, and so much on this vision board is not complete, but so much on this vision board has been accomplished, and I'm grateful. Like, I'm grateful. But I feel like, especially during this time, During that whole time I've been gone, I've learned a lot of lessons. I've picked up a lot of things. Your girl's figuring out some hobbies and interests that she want to share with y'all. You know, I also want the tea from my peoples too. And this was something that I loved. Like, as I'm doing this, I'm figuring out more about who I am, who God says I am, what I love to do, what makes me happy, who I'm not. It's just, the list keeps going, and YouTube was one of those things. Like, I loved coming on here. I still don't have a niche. 2 years later, I still don't know what my niche is or what my calling or whatever. I don't know. I still don't know what exactly I'm supposed to be doing, but I knew I loved to do this. So I'm back here, I'm doing this, I'm excited, I'm ready. I'm ready to let God use me as a person in process. I'm ready to, you know, just stop sugarcoating stuff about me and stop holding back, hiding parts of who I am. I just want to BFFR. If you know, you know. And yeah, that's really it. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll talk soon. Bye.
Things I can't change are the reason you love.